Hello and welcome back to the ministry, and we're on part 2 of the message, feeling yourself. Feeling yourself. What usually ends up happening? We just went over what it takes for a person to make and maintain the desire to rest in the ability to relax, relate, release. But externally, when other people see you in a state where you are in relaxation for self, sometimes they think you have become selfish. I'll give you a perfect example. I remember there was this one time. I'm very giving. I'm very caring. I will give to everybody. But it takes a lot for me to give to myself. This one particular time, I took the time out to go to the donut shop, and I bought a half a dozen donuts. But there was only 2 donuts that they had that were lemon flavored. Now, I bring the half a dozen donuts to the place that I'm living at the time, where I was living with about 4 other people. 3 other people. So 4 including myself. Now, I was like, oh yeah, you can have donuts, because that's the part of me never thinking that the one thing that they were going to do is grab the donuts that I wanted. I come back, the lemon donuts that I had a savoring desire for were gone. I was halfway frustrated and irritated about that. And I vocalized partially my irritation for the fact that they ate my lemon donuts. Because that was the treat that I was giving myself, was to eat the lemon donuts. It was a spiritual thing. It was a thing that me and my mother used to do. My mother had been passed away for about 10 years at this point. And I'm just like, I'm treating myself to these donuts, and it's a long time since I had these lemon donuts. Let me eat these lemon donuts. I come back, mouth set for that lemon donut. The lemon donut is gone. I say something to them. You ate the lemon donut. You're like, well, you said we can have some. I was like, but you ate the lemon donut. I'm thinking of the fact that I'm in pain due to the fact that I wanted my lemon donuts. It was a thing that I had not had in a while, and I was treating myself. And it wasn't the fact that where I was living at the time, they wouldn't let me take my food into my room, where I could have kept it to myself and ate my donuts at the pace in which way I wanted to. I had to leave it out there, and the first thing they did, they ate it. But my point being is, when I made the issue of it, that you ate my lemon donuts, the first thing they yell at me, oh, you so selfish. I give everything to everybody else. This day, I'm slightly agitated to the fact that the thing that I decided to treat myself with is gone. You so selfish. Why is it that when you do stuff for other people, the second that you want to do something for you and make a statement about it, that first thing that the person wants to say to you, you're selfish. All this stuff I do for everybody, and now I'm selfish. Have you ever heard people say, oh, you feeling yourself? That is a negative connotation when you are feeling good about yourself. See, a lot of people will throw, oh, you being prideful if you feeling good about yourself. No, I'm feeling good about myself because of the fact that I have the right to feel good. What am I supposed to feel bad all the time about myself? But in me feeling good, and I have an air of comfortability in my identity of feeling good about myself, and I'm taking care of myself, and I'm actually making a stand and taking a stand for myself. What? Oh, you selfish. This is why it's so hard for a person that does everything for everybody else to rest. Because when they do, they're what? Oh, you selfish. Wait, excuse me? How am I just wanted to do something for myself. Because I do stuff for everybody else. And everybody else sits on my back because I will clean. I will stress myself out. I will lay myself out. Trying to stretch myself beyond myself for everybody else. That I won't even take care of myself when I'm sick. But the second that I desire to take care of self and say no to things or make an issue out of things that you did that I felt wasn't right, oh, you selfish. See why it's hard for the person that desires to have rest to rest? Because it's not just about getting the work done. It's about not being perceived as what? Oh, you selfish. What? Okay, I already talked about the donuts. When you are selfless person, give everything to everyone else, and sometimes you want to do something for yourself and feel for yourself and not think about someone else for just one moment and think about you. But see, society will tell you that it's wrong, because if you start caring about yourself and stop needing everyone else, and that the one thing society doesn't want is that it doesn't want you to be dependent or need things from others. But you see, when you find God and you find peace that surpasses all understanding, you start to take care of yourself more. And when you start to take care of yourself more, and it seems wrong to others. That's the first lesson I learned when I started walking with God. The Lord had me start doing things for self and started to pretty much shake the waters of the people that I know, because I was a yes person. If you want me to do that, yeah, of course, yes, of course, yes, of course, yes, of course. If you need me to do that, if you need me to do that. But you know what? I was stretching myself thin. Go look for this job. Go do this for that. Go do this for that. Go to the grocery store. Go to do this. Go do that. Make sure the house is clean. Make sure this is clean. Make sure this. Cinderella. Cinderella. I love Cinderella. But guess what Cinderella got at the end of that story? She got to go off and marry the prince. And she ain't have to do that no more. You should never give everyone everything and have nothing left for yourself. For if you give to everyone but don't ever forgive yourself or treat yourself, dress up, go shopping, eat out, meet people, take time to take a long bath. I remember there are occasions that I will go and I will dress up. And it's kind of shocking to people, because 9 times out of 10, on average, people see me like this. You know, when you see me with my head scarf and all that kind of stuff. Most people see me like that. But I have photographs of me fully done up. Why? Because that's me doing something for me. I'm a creative, I'm an artist. So me doing my hair red, me doing all of that kind of stuff, that's me doing something for me, because that is me expressing the fullness of my identity of who I am. This is average me. There's the extraordinary me that wears her hair in full beaded glory. The one that wears what is it? That I have my leopard print outfits and I wear dresses and jewelry and all of this kind of stuff. But 9 times out of 10, most people see me like this. As simple as you see me right now. No makeup. So when I do go all out, people are kind of shocked. They're like, whoa, she does that. Because for one, I'm not going to sit around the house just dressed up for no reason, with nowhere to go. But there were times before the Pandora's box happened that I would go. I remember when I was in New York, there was this little shop that was around the corner from where I lived at, and I would go in there periodically and I would buy little pieces, because the shop had these nice little pieces, outfits, sweaters, all this kind of stuff, and you could go in there and you could get stuff, a couple nice pieces for $20. And for New York, getting anything that's nice for $20, that's a steal. And sometimes you see it, the red, the white knit sweater that I had. I went in there and bought that sweater for, I think it was about $10 to $15. That's all. At the most, it was $20. But going and doing stuff like that, I had a friend that we would go, she knew all of the nice shops that you could get things for cheap like that in certain areas of the city, and we would go over there, and she got me to get this beautiful leopard print dress, which I still have. I wear it, and I have some photos that I took where I was wearing that dress. It's a beautiful dress, but it was shopping for me. Eating out, I remember it was 2 separate occasions. It was about 8 years ago. I was here, and there's this little restaurant, I don't even know if that place is still over there, that they sold sushi, and they did teriyaki chicken and all kinds of stuff. And it's like, it was a Japanese Chinese restaurant that was under the steps at this place. It was like a few blocks away from here. And I don't really eat sushi. I don't eat raw sushi, but I eat the ones that, like, for instance, the cucumber and avocado, or I felt something crawling on my leg, and I might have, but cucumber and avocado, what else, sweet potato, but these were like the little sushi wraps that they did, and I would love to go there and eat that with the sushi rice wrapped up in the paper. And ooh, I remember one day I said, you know what, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna treat myself. I sat down and I ate dinner there. I think I got, was it a vegetable lo mein, and I sat at the table and I sat there and I ate, and I think I read my word. I remember I did the same thing when I was in New York. I went, it was Valentine's Day, and for breakfast, I went to IHOP. I loved IHOP growing up, and I went to IHOP for their $5 breakfast. I went, and it was all, and it included all the pancakes that you could eat. And I sat there, and I read my word. And I spent the morning with the Lord, eating breakfast, treating myself. And as I said in my previous video, taking the time that when the house is empty and nobody is there, to turn on some music, run you a long bath, and sit and soak and enjoy the peace of quiet of the long bath by yourself. It's not selfish. It's selfless. And you will begin to find that you will restart and feel alive in yourself again. And you will feel yourself, be yourself, become the best version of yourself. And the world around you will have to conform to you. Feel yourself. Take time for self. It's the weekend. We coming out of Sabbath Saturday and we are in Sunday. It's time to feel yourself. This is Taj McCameron for Love, Faith, Peace, and Blessings Ministries. Until next time, bye-bye.